quadraphonic quartet.
Quintessential quartet.
I mean, then you need an F. So fabulous 5.
Fabulous 5.
Or no, quintessential quintet. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Welcome to Ahavat Shalom. So great to have all of you with us here in the sanctuary. Special welcome, Bruchim Chabaim, to all of you who are watching the live stream from your home or wherever you are. Great to have you with us. Joining me on the bima, behind me, our temple president, Marlene Wayne. Tonight, our cantorial soloist, Allison Rosoff. Down at the piano, as always, our accompanist, Joy Katzen-Guthrie. In our prayer book, we'll begin our Kabbalat Shabbat welcoming Shabbat service on page 13. And here we'll begin with the voice of the psalmist, Psalm 96, words of Yismachu, may the heavens rejoice. Yamamai, my, mamai, yamamai, my, mamai, yamamai, my, mamai, my, 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 yamamai, my, mamai, yamamai, my, mamai, yamamai, my, mamai, my, 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 Yismachu hashamayim, v'tagel haaretz, yiram hayam, umelo. Yismachu hashamayim, v'tagel haaretz, yiram hayam, umelo. Yamamai, my, mamai, yamamai, my, mamai, yamamai, my, mamai, my, 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 yamamai, my, mamai, yamamai, my, mamai, yamamai, my, mamai, my, 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 Yismachu hashamayim, v'tagel haaretz, yiram hayam, umelo. Any ladies who'd like to join us here on the bima to help us light the Shabbos candles, feel free to come forward. You'll find the blessing, the bracha for the twin candles on page 2 as we sing Light These Lights. Yes.
Hear my prayer, I sing to you. Be gracious to the ones I love, and bless them with goodness and mercy and peace. Oh, hear my prayer. light these lights and see the way to you, and let us say Amen. Let us light these lights and see the way to you, and let us say Amen.
Blessed are you, Adonai our God, sovereign of the universe, who hallows us with mitzvot, commanding us to kindle the light of Shabbat.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Let's all say Yashar Koach to our ladies here. Thank you so much for bringing the light and feeling of Shabbat into our sanctuary. Feel free to join me now with a prayer for Israel that you'll find right on the screens. O Heavenly One, protector and redeemer of Israel, shield the state of Israel beneath the wings of your love, shelter it with your canopy of peace, send your light and truth to all who lead and advise, guiding them with your good counsel. Bless the soldiers of the Israel Defense Forces and all who stand guard to protect our people. Keep them from all trouble and injury. Establish peace in the land and fullness of joy to all who dwell there. We're going to turn now to the wonderful poem called Lecha Dodi, where we symbolically greet the Shabbat bride. We'll be singing verses 1 to 5. When we get to the final verse, asking the Shabbat Kala, the Sabbath Queen, to come in peace, we'll be able to rise and face toward the doorways. Lecha Dodi Likrat Kala Enei Shabbat Kabbalah. Lecha Dodi Likrat Kala Enei Shabbat Kabbalah. Shamor v'zachor b'dibur echad, Yishmianu el hamukan. Adonai echad u'mo echad, l'shemu pireh v'nihila. Lecha Dodi Likrat Kala Shabbat Kabbalah. Lecha Dodi Likrat Kala Enei Shabbat Kabbalah. Likrat Shabbat Levu Ne'eman Im Kol HaBeracha. Merod Mikedem Nesuka
תחילה לך דודי לקראת כלה בליל שבת בקבלה לך דודי לקראת כלה בליל שבת בקבלה
Here we are at our last verse. Bo'i v'shalom ateret ma'ala gam b'simcha u'zolam tokem unei ha'psegula bo'i hala Shabbat Feel free to be seated. We'll continue on page 26, the half Kaddish.
יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה בלמד יברח יוטב ימליך מלכותי בחייכון וביומכון ובחיי כל בית ישראל בגלה ובזמן קריב ויאמרו אמן ישמע רבה מברך לעולם עולם ימיה יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר וירומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשה בריחו לעילם מן כל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה תמירה בעלמא ויאמרו אמן.
Continue with Shema and its blessings now as we rise for the call to worship, page 28.
Oh
join me, Mariv Aravim. You'll find the words right on the screen. Your world is like a puzzle, God, and all the pieces fit together. The sun lights up the earth by day. Moon and stars glow at night. In every season, we sense your presence. On Shabbat, we give thanks for the world and its beauty. Baruch atah Adonai, ha'ma'ariv aravim. And words of love, avat olam. With a great love, you have taught us how to live with meaning. Through mitzvot, sacred memory, celebrations, and Torah. They are the light of our eyes, the essence of our being. Blessed are you, Adonai, who loves your people Israel. Baruch atah Adonai, ohev amo Israel. Sing, open up our eyes.
Open up our eyes, teach us how to live, fill our hearts with joy and all the love you have to give. Gather us in peace as you lead us to your name. And we will know that you are one. Open up our eyes, teach us how to live, fill our hearts with joy and all the love you have to give. Gather us in peace as you lead us to your name, and we will know that you are one, and we will know that you are one. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kivod Malchuto Leolam Vaed.
Feel free to be seated. We'll continue chanting the words, you shall love Adonai your God, the V'ahavta, page 36. V'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol miodecha v'chayu hadvarim ha'eleh asher anochi mitzavcha hayom al levavecha Vishinantam levanecha, v'dibartam bam, v'shivtecha b'veitecha, uv'lechtecha v'derech, u'shofecha uv'kumecha, u'kshartam le'od ayadecha, v'hayu l'totafot bein einecha, u'ktavtam al mezuzot beitecha, u'visharecha, leman tizkeru, v'asitem et kol mitzvotai, v'yitem kedoshim le'Elohechem. Ani Adonai Elohechem, asher hotzeiti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim, v'ot lachem Elohim Ani Adonai Elohim. Join me now, words of truth and faith, emet ve'emunah, found on 39. Standing on the parted shores of history, we still believe we are taught before ever we stood at Sinai's foot, that wherever we go, it is eternally Egypt, that there is a better place, a promised land, that the winding way to that promise passes through the wilderness. There is no way to get from here to there except by joining hands, marching together. So here's our prayer and song of freedom, Mi Chamocha, found on page 40.
Who is like you?
Adonai. Who is like you? Adonai. Ya la la la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la. Ya la la la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi chamocha nedar b'kodesh, nora tehilot osef eleh. Nora tehilot, osef eleh. Ya la la la, ya la 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 la la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la. La 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 la. Malchutecha ra'u vanecha bokei ayam lifnei Moshe u'Miriam ze Eli anu ve'amru ze Eli anu ve'amru. Ya la la la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la. Baruch atah Adonai, Ga'al Yisrael, we praise you, God, for redeeming Israel. Now, Allison's going to lead us in Hashkivenu, words of shelter on page 42.
Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom v'hamidenu shomreinu l'chaim Hashkivenu Eloheinu l'shalom v'hamidenu shomreinu l'chaim. Set the shelter of your peace over us. Guide us in wisdom, compassion, and trust. Hashkivenu שומרנו לחיים. Save us for the sake of your name. Shield us from hatred, from sorrow and shame. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu Shalom. V'hamidenu Shomrenu
Spread over us your shelter of peace, over all we love, over our Jerusalem and yours. Baruch atah Adonai haporei sukat shalom aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael ve'al Yerushalayim. We'll continue now with the words of our tefillah, our standing prayers, as we rise, turning to the words of Adonai Sivatai Tiftach, God open my lips, page 46.
Adonai sivatai tiftach ufi agir tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei avotenu v'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, v'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, v'Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chazadim Tovim, Ve'konei HaKol, V'zocher Chasdei Avot V'imot, U'mevir Ula Livnei V'neihem, Lema'an Shemo Be'ava, Melech Ozer U'Moshia U'Magen. Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham, ve'ezrat Sarah. Atah gibor le'olam Adonai, mechayei hakol. Atah rav lo'oshia, morid hatal. Mechachel chayim bechesed, Mechayei hakol berachamim rabim, somech noftim verofech olim, umatir asurim, umechayem emunato lishenei afar, michamocha ba'al gevurot, umidom elach, Melech memit u'mechayeh, u'matzmiach Yeshua, v'ne'eman atah l'chachayot hakol. Baruch atah Adonai, mechayeh hakol. Atah kadosh v'shimcha kadosh, u'kadoshim b'chol yom yahalucha selah. Baruch atah Adonai ha'el hakadosh.
Feel free to be seated. We'll continue with blessings 4 through 7 on page 55 with a prayer for Shabbat, Kiddushat Hayom. Baruch atah Adonai Mekadesh HaShabbat. Words of avodah, prayers of the heart, found on the next page. Blessed are you, Adonai, whose presence returns to Zion. Baruch atah Adonai hamachazir shechinato l'tzion. And words of gratitude, hoda'ah, and thanks. Page 59. Baruch atah Adonai hatov shimcha ulcha na'eh lechodot. And our prayer for peace, Birkat Shalom, on page 60. Grant abundant peace to Israel, your people, forever. You are the sovereign God of all peace. May it be pleasing to you to bless your people Israel in every season and moment with your peace. Baruch atah Adonai, hamvorech et amo Yisrael, ba shalom. We'll sing Oseh Shalom, page 62.
Say shalom b'mrolav, u'ya'aseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, v'imru amen. Ya'aseh shalom, Ya'aseh shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'hakol Yisrael. Ya'aseh shalom, Ya'aseh shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'hakol Yisrael. Ya'aseh shalom, Ya'aseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'hakol Yisrael. Ya'aseh shalom, Ya'aseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'hakol Yisrael. Ya'aseh shalom, Ya'aseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'hakol Yisrael.
We'll continue now with our prayer for healing, Nisha Be'erach, that you'll find on page 253. We call to mind and to heart members of our community and beyond who are in need of strength and courage and healing at this time. On the Shabbat, we think of Daniel Alcorn, Joanne Beeman-Fiddleman, Hope Brown, Michael Bruno, Ted Calderon, Tyler Chang, Corey De Vicente, Renee Diamond, Lillian Epstein, Heather Felser, Harry Fleisch, David Freelander, Susan Gadd, Aubrey Guy, Jeff Hirsch, Kathy Howard, Tara Inskeep, Stephen Josias, Brian Kagan, Phil Lewis, Jerry Longerich, Publio Morera, Eliana Noah Lieberman, Marnell Pluchok, Barbara Randall, Adrian Rondon, Stephanie Ross, Ann Rubin, Jeff Stark, Grace Tribbiano, Greg Tribbiano, Ginger Valenote, and Minnie Weiss. Are there any other names to add at this time?
My father, George Stark, and my brother, Ryan Stark.
Mi shebeirach avotenu mekol habracha limotenu us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Misheberach imotenu mekor habracha leavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
Moshe, who was the town shadchan, or matchmaker, was getting on in age, and he couldn't get around like he used to. So he hired a young assistant who knew nothing about the business. This way, Moshe could teach him everything he needed to know as a matchmaker, starting with the basic points of the trade. The most important thing, Moshe began, is exaggeration. You have to lay it on real thick. Oh, I understand, said the assistant. The next day, Moshe took his new assistant along on a matchmaking visit to a wealthy family who had an only son. Now, don't forget, Moshe said, be enthusiastic and don't hesitate to exaggerate. When they arrived, the shadchan, the matchmaker, told the present, I found the perfect girl for your son. She comes from a very good family, warm and Hamish. The assistant chimed in, good family. In fact, they're descendants of the Gaon of Vilna, the genius of Vilna. The matchmaker said, they're also quite well-to-do. Following his lead, the assistant added, they're practically millionaires. The matchmaker continued, of course, she's quite pretty, a Shana Punim on this one, a beautiful face. The assistant remarked, pretty? She's absolutely gorgeous. But I should tell you, the matchmaker said, that there's a small blemish. She isn't the best in the kitchen. The assistant cried, what do you mean, a small blemish? It's an absolute disaster. After the family quickly showed them the door in disgust, Moshe the matchmaker turned to his new assistant, shaking his head slowly, and said, young man, I see we have a lot more work to do, but chin up, my friend. Little by little, la'at la'at, I think we'll finally get there. Every summer, in the second to last month in the Jewish calendar, there's a large swing of emotions. The 9th day of the month, Tisha B'Av, is considered the saddest day of the year, a solemn commemoration of major tragedies in Jewish history, like the failure of the biblical spies in the wilderness, the destruction of Temple 1 in Jerusalem, the defeat of the Bar Kokhba revolt, the destruction of the Second Temple, the expulsion of Jews from England and Spain, and the list goes on and on. Other than Yom Kippur, it's the only day in the calendar year with a full 25-hour fast. Then, 6 days later, Jews, especially in Israel, celebrate Tu B'Av, the holiday of love. But unlike Valentine's Day, which typically focuses on couples who are already in love, Tu B'Av celebrates the possibility of love. Makes it unique. I'll ask our tech team to show a wonderful picture of the Ahava, or love sculpture, created by pop artist Robert Indiana, that's located in the Art Garden of the Israel Museum in Jerusalem. The rabbis in the Talmud absolutely loved this holiday, which takes place on the 15th day of the month. That's what 2 means. It's an acronym for the numbers. Not only because it takes place during a full moon, which is quintessentially the time for romance, but also because of the ancient custom of women gathering in Jerusalem and Shiloh and other cities to dance beneath the stars. And a lot like Sadie Hawkins dances, the girls would ask the boys to be their dance partners. They would say to all those gathered, "Raise up your eyes and look, whom do you choose?" This was long before the days of dating sites like Saw You at Sinai. The goal, both then and now, is to find one's beshert, or soulmate. In Jewish terms, this Yiddish word means destiny, meant to be, or by divine intervention, as in the hand of God helped make the match. Of course, not everyone believes in this idea. The most significant theological challenge to it was put forth hundreds of years ago by a rabbi named Maimonides, who believed that the concept of beshert, meant to be, went against free will and personal choice, an approach steeped in rational thought. Though the word beshert doesn't appear in a single Jewish text, the idea likely goes as far back as the Talmud. In one teaching, a rabbi named Yehuda Hanassi, Judah the Prince, says, 40 days before an embryo is formed, a bat kol, meaning a divine voice, issues forth and says, "This one is destined to marry so-and-so." While another text says the following: a Roman lady, a matron, once asked a rabbi named Yossi, "How many days did God create the world?" The rabbi answered, 6. She continued, "Well, since then, what has God been doing?" The rabbi answered, "God sits on his heavenly throne and makes matches day after day after day." A ringing endorsement that everyone has a beshert, which is also known as a soulmate. Yet the idea of beshert, something that's meant to be, also applies to events. For instance, a fortuitous occurrence, good luck, or simply an inevitable result, like the Red Sox winning the World Series in 2004 after sweeping the Yankees and the Cardinals. But more seriously, the author Salah Levin wonders how much of our life's path is God's decree and how much is the consequence of personal choice. I'll ask our tech team to share those words on the screen. It's a question that I ask myself now and again. And while there's no definitive answer, perhaps you wonder too. Several key narratives in Jewish history are viewed as the ultimate examples of what is beshert, divine providence. In the book of Genesis, it seemed beshert, meant to be, that Abraham's servant Eliezer would find the perfect wife for Isaac among his father's family. After all, they shared both history and values. But even then, the text is clear that Rebekah, who kindly gave water to Eliezer and his animals, was given the choice to take Isaac's hand. In Egypt, a number of years after Joseph was sold into slavery, he reminded his brothers, "Though you caused me great harm, God intended it for good, in order to bring out the present result and to keep many thousands of people alive." And in Persia, Queen Esther's rise to power in the Purim story was viewed by her uncle Mordecai as beshert, meant to be. Then again, was it meant to be that Moses' mother, Yocheved, placed him in a floating basket in the Nile? Or was it simply a loving parent's resolve? And what about Pharaoh's daughter, who took Moses into her arms? Surely this too was a choice. Later, when Moses found himself in the wilderness after striking down the mean Egyptian taskmaster, he encountered God at the burning bush. Was his presence a coincidence or destiny? And when Naomi returned to the land of Israel with her mother-in-law, Ruth, she was gleaning in the fields, overseen by Boaz. Was this meaning luck, a classic meet cute like in the movies, or was it beshert, something that was preordained? To be sure, Jews aren't fatalists. In so many ways, each of us make countless decisions that shape the trajectory of our life, from where we live, to the work we do, from the friends we keep, to the ways we make a difference in our community. Each choice point, which our tradition calls a bechira, is an important step we take on our own individual path. Certain things in our life may well be beshert, meant to be. Our genetic makeup, our God-given intellectual, emotional, and physical abilities, our potential. But how we respond to it is entirely in our control. That's why our tradition insists that learning is a never-ending mitzvah or sacred obligation, and that growth at any time in our lives is always possible. Hopefully, it's a lesson that our matchmaker's apprentice will take to heart. That is, if he'd like to keep his job. Shabbat Shalom. We're going to continue with the words of the Aleinu, the adoration. Any gentlemen, any guys who'd like to come on up and help open the ark? Otherwise, Marlene and I will take care of it. You'll find the words of the Aleinu on page 282. These are words of adoration. And let's rise as the ark is opened.
Good to see you guys. Aleinu l'shabeach la'adon ha'kol, l'teit gedula le'otzer breshit, shelo asanu kekuye haratzot, velo zamanu kemishberat harama, shelo sam kelkeinu kahem, vegor aleinu kechol hamonam, va'anaknu korim umeshachavim umodim livnei melech machei amlachim hakadosh baruch hu l'ne'emar v'haya Adonai lemelech al kol haaretz bayom hahu yeh Adonai echad u'shemo echad.
Feel free to be seated. Let's say Yasher Koach. Thank you so much. Strength to each of you. You'll find the words to Kaddish Yatom, the Mourner's Kaddish, words of praise on 294 in Mishkan Tefillah, dwelling place of prayer. We think of families in the period of Shloshim, first 30 days, mourning a loved one. We remember fondly Edith Wassoff, sister of Marty Wassoff, and we mark the yahrzeit anniversary of passing of loved ones on this Shabbat. We especially remember Ida Berman, Beatrice Cohn, Philip Gioconda, Bobby Gordon, Marion Haber, Robert Hawk, Sam Kessler, Paul Landis, Susan Levy, Samuel Rauchwork, Alan Rosenblatt, George Schwartzstein, Stanley Spector, Eva Tudelman, Elaine Tudelman, Jack Wenig, and Gershom Walensky. Are there any other names to add for Kaddish at this time? We say Zichronam Livracha, may the memories of all of these people continue to be a blessing in their loved ones' lives as we rise to offer the words of Mourner's Kaddish together. Gadal v'yit kadash shemei rabbah, v'yamad yivra kirutei v'yamlich malchutei, ha'echon v'yomechon v'chayei v'kol beit Yisrael, v'agalal v'zman kariv v'imru.
Amen.
Yehei shmei rabbah mivarach le'olam u'lamei al-maya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitba'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal, shemei d'kudashah b'richu, la'elam min kol birchata v'shirata, Tushbechata v'nechemata, Da'amiran v'yama v'imru.
Amen.
Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru.
Amen.
Osei shalom b'mromav huya asei shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru.
Amen.
May the one who causes peace in the heavens cause peace to descend on us, on Israel, and throughout the world as we say, Amen.
V'miru, 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 amen. V'miru, 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 amen.
Feel free to be seated. We're going to continue with the Shabbat Kiddush blessing over the fruit of the vine. You'll find this prayer on page 5 in the Siddur in the prayer book. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'ratza b'hanu v'shabbat kodsho v'yava uvratzon hilanu zikara lema'aseh Bereshit ki hu yom techilah למקראי קודש, זכר לציית יצרים. כי בחרת ואותנו קידשת מכל העמים, ושבת קודשך באהבה וברצון הנחלתנו. ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש השבת.
Amen.
Say l'chaim to life. All right, any tweens, teens, young adults who want to come forward It is time for challah. Some absolutely massive pieces here. You are not required to eat the whole thing. No raisins. I love the raisins. But without the raisins is good too. It's the last one. Let me have a little bit. Hamotzi lechem min haaretz. We give thanks to God for bread. Our voices rise in song together as our joyful prayer is said. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Say the Tevon. Enjoy. Yasher Koach, well done. Thanks for leading us in the blessing. My pleasure at this time to call our temple president, Marlene Ford, to share some upcoming announcements.
Where are they? In here somewhere?
Right there.
Ah. Shabbat Shalom. Many thanks to Rabbi Matt, Allison, and Joy for leading a wonderful service, along with our greeters, Jeff and Judy, the tech team, Bruce and Saul. Thank you all very much. Rabbi Matt's Intro to Judaism Zoom class on the Shabbat service will take place Monday, August 3rd at 5:30 p.m. His Nash and Knowledge series on Musar, character development, will be on Monday, August 10th at 5:30 p.m. in person or on Zoom. Our next book club breakfast and discussion will take place Sunday, August 30th at 10:30 a.m. Martin Bodek, author of Zadie's War, will join via Zoom. Brotherhood is let Brotherhood send your New Year's greeting. Everyone that donates will have their name written on the card that gets mailed out to the congregation. Sisterhood's Honey fundraiser is underway, just $18 a jar with a personalized note. And after services, please join us for our oneg refreshments in the social hall. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Thank you.
Of course.
We're going to close with a traditional hymn, the words of Ein Kelohenu, There's None Like Our God. You'll find the words on page 322 and, of course, right on the screen. Ein Kelohenu, Ein Adonenu, Ein Kemalchenu, Ein Kemoshienu, Mi Eloheinu, Mi Adonenu, Mi Kemalchenu, Mi Kemoshienu, Nodel Eloheinu, Nodel Adonenu, Nodel Emalchenu, Nodel Moshienu, Baruch Eloheinu, Baruch Adonenu, Baruch Malkeinu, Baruch Moshienu, Atahu Eloheinu, Atahu Adonenu, Atahu Malkeinu, Atahu Moshienu. Shabbat Shalom. So glad that each of you are in the sanctuary with us.